Hello everybody and welcome to what may be the final of the Guild Ball World Team Championship. It's SFG versus Germany 1.
The other unbeaten team, of course, is France 3, who we had on the stream last game, but they are in the pair-down game, so we decided to have effectively the deciding game, if you will, on the stream here today.
So, we've got SFG, Bryce with his farmers, Germany, Metz with his masons. What a showdown.
A battle for the ages, two veritable Guild Ball titans going at it.
Yeah. Place your bets now.
I can't tell. I can't tell. I mean, Bryce has been on an absolute tear recently. He won both LGT and event in Leeds as well.
But he really, really wanted to play Timmy, and he looked visibly distraught that Metz skewed it. I mean, so he couldn't play him.
We've just had our picks, so we have Honor and Marbles for the Masons and Thresher and Peck for the Farmers. No surprise on the Farmers side there. Brick for the Masons.
Peck. So that's
Plowman for the Farmers. Oh, they're going at it quick. Granite for the Masons. Obviously practice. They know what they're doing here. I would expect Jack Straw, Millstone or Tater next for the Farmers. Millstone for the Farmers, knocking over Plowman. Very rude. Happy birthday, Richard. Original Chisel for the Masons. One left on that side. Tater, last pick is probably going to be Jack Straw, you'd have to imagine. Happy birthday, Richard.
I assume it was Honor, sorry, for the captain.
Oh, yes, yeah, sure. I mean, after the buff.
Yeah.
And Flint. So,
yeah,
in a way. So Mallet swapped out for Flint. Sorry, Mallet swapped out for Chisel. It's going to be Jack. He's holding the Jack cards. He's thinking about it. Maybe Windle, but I doubt it. Farmers kicking to the Masons, by the way. Jack Straw for the last one. A pretty standard Farmers 6 there.
I am
audibly
shocked
if you see
at Bryce's team selection.
If you see any variation, it's in kind of like the last Farmer slot. You know, a Plowman, it's, well, in terms of which plant you always take, it kind of varies, but you may see like a plant drop for Windle in some cases, but this is a fairly safe Farmer 6. Take all of your resources, channel them through Thresher, and a fairly standard Honor 6, actually.
Was it Chisel or Veteran Chisel?
It was O Chisel. So just to kind of recap the teams, the Farmer side, we have Thresher, Peck, Thrillstone, Plowman, Jankstraw, and Tater. Then for the Masons, we have Honor, the Monkey, Granite, Brick, O Chisel, and Flint. In fact, I think that's a very similar list to what Steve Easton played when he was on stream for the Nationals against Cooks. A very similar list. So what we're probably going to see is Granite and Brick up fairly close. So, you know, it's very hard to stop Thresher altogether, but make sure the two things he does get to fight, one of them is a 2-3 with tough hides and about 20-odd health boxes, and the other is Granite, making a veritable wall, a castle for the Farmers to try and break through.
Guys in chat, looking forward to this game. And I think we are too. Do you want to run through the game plan deck cards?
We can do that quickly for everybody.
Get through the rigmarole of setting up.
Let us see. So, turning on the phone, using the Scottish game plan cards from the Scottish Nationals earlier this year. So, if we start with...
Unofficial, DQ'd.
Yeah, exactly, DQ'd. So, starting with the cards Germany, we have wingbacks +4. Sell it to the crowd, which I want to say is a +6. Keep your chin up, which is +4. Won't touch the hair for +3. And grudge match for +6. Matt saying, I hope the tech crew won't kill you. I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh, God, Bryce's hand.
Bryce's hand.
Lone striker, +7. Seize the initiative, +7.
Oh, my.
Fullback, +5.
Yep.
Go for the knees, +5. A very good card for Tater. Very good card. And then a +2 is dig deep. Which, if you want a +2... a fantastic +2. So, I mean, I think this Honor team could very easily go for 2-2, which is probably what I'm going to go for. But with Flint on the team, you're still going to be going for goals, aren't you?
You are.
Let's be honest. Another slight variation to the kickoff box I noticed. No original Harmony. That's been replaced with Granites. But, you know, like the chassis of this Masons team is very familiar.
Honor Marbles Brick.
Already deployed on the Farmer side. Looks like we have going from the top down to the bottom, Tater, Peck, Thresher kicking off, no surprise there. Thrillstone, Plowman, and then way out on the side there, Jack Straw. You can afford to be a bit out there with Jack.
Yeah, with shenanigans.
Exactly, yeah. So what I think we're probably be seeing is a nice healthy kick off from Thresher.
Quick on his feet for a straw lad.
Oh, very good, very good. And I wonder how the Mason deployment's going to be. Again, I would imagine Granite and Brick fairly central. The thing with the Thresher kickoffs is if he's going fairly central himself, you're going to have to imagine that his kickoff's going to be quite shallow rather than going off to the sides. But we'll have to see what the Mason deployment's going to be like. Again, Christian Metz, one of the best players in the world. I don't think he's going to leave his flanks open if he thinks that they would be a problem. He knows exactly what he's doing here. Yeah, we can hear you just fine.
Yeah.
Oh, yikes.
Oh, you can. Oh, wow.
Well, I mean, so Bryce was saying that the game next door, which was Steve Markston's Brewers against Timmy's Alchemists, is a lot more interesting. I think our game's going to be just fine.
Yeah, they can hear us. The War Machine and Hordes tournament hasn't started yet, so...
Other games are available.
Yeah. We'll keep it at that.
And then on the third table, we have Jamie Perkins playing Morticians against the Germans' Fishermen. Player. Yeah. I think this is our actual second Mason game of the weekend, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, because we had Mason's first game. Yeah. First game for the Farmers, the team that... if this, you know, if I get anything wrong on the Farmers team, that's something for me to be embarrassed about.
It is. It is. Guys in chat, have you placed your bets? Who do you think is going to win?
Oh, I don't want to call it.
I'm going to call it Masons.
I guess I should go with Farmers then.
Yeah. We'll have it both sides. Historically, I don't think Metz has done fantastic on stream.
Really?
He had some terrible, terrible dice at the Guild Ball World Championship in the one that Bots won. And he was beaten by Farmers there.
Okay, but that was kind of original release Thresher, which had some teeth.
Original Thresher.
OG Thresher. Ready salted Thresher.
Salted.
Oh, something else we talked about on the national stream. Favourite flavour of Pringles, go.
Sour cream and onion.
Oh, not bad. That's okay.
It's the right choice.
Smoky bacon's good if you can find it, but it's quite hard to come by. But
it's also not better than sour cream and onion.
That's a note from me. What's your favourite Pringles, Ronan? Plain. Yeah, plain's okay. Yeah.
Plain Jane.
Plain Ronan.
Original.
Here we go. Castle Mason starting to form up. Granite on the top there. The monkey in the middle. A monkey sandwich, if you will. Brick forming the bottom of that sandwich, the crust. And now we're just waiting for the garnish.
Surely it's both the bread. I'd say Granite's more crust than brick.
Crust is probably harder. Granite hasn't got a tough hide. Flint, a little bit of, the ready sort of crisps on the side. The Pringles of this dish.
What are you talking about?
I don't know what I'm talking about either, Ronan.
We're padding for dead air until they deploy.
Honor slipping into the middle. Also very, very tight. Oh, there we go. As I say that.
Completely rearranging it. He didn't like your sandwich metaphor.
So, top left, chisel, granite, marbles, brick, honor and flint down the bottom. Looks like a giant flint-sized hole in that farmer deployment there. Again, you don't really mind as farmers. Flint wants to go that way. It's free kill.
Yeah.
Well, what I would imagine if he was to go for that goal there.
A goal and a kill.
Yeah, it's going to be a, get him down 2, kill him at the top of the next turn, something like that.
I'm actually really intrigued to see what philosophy Metz takes, because he's obviously getting the ball, barring a bad kickoff, or a great kickoff for Bryce. Whether he will play the score a quick goal and then start the takeouts, or whether he'll hold onto the ball, use it as a resource, and try to outfight the Farmers. Do you think he can?
He can certainly outlast them, outfight maybe. I mean, a lot of your combat potential there is coming from Honor, but as long as you've got kind of a couple of knockdowns ready, which you have in the form of brick and granite, chisel can also pump it out. But if there's one team that's good at dodging knockdowns, it's the Farmers.
Yeah.
I think a huge strength for the Mason side, of course, superior strategy, now much cheaper.
Far cheaper.
You can guarantee, even against a kickoff team, you can guarantee you're going to have that last activation. So it makes, if you do want to go in for a slightly kind of like out-the-box goal, you can. Kicking off to the right-hand side, it's accurate. Direction 2, distance 5. Nah, I'm going to re-roll. So direction 2, 3 inches. Bumps in front of the wall. Chisel's probably going to chisel the wall. Granite probably going to grab that. And they shake hands, and we are off. Allocation onto Metz. Well, this is something I've already noticed, Gibbon. If you care to look at the screen. So we have a large bit of terrain in front of Metz's clock.
Oh, wonderful.
Great, and the game's already started.
Good.
Can't do nothing about that.
Good.
Oh, and as I say, that
That is
that was a quick influence allocation.
That, yeah, was.
That's like a 17-second influence allocation.
It's also a mighty piece of obstacle. Obviously, it's taller than
And
it is
Bryce
longer.
already allocated as well, so I'd imagine it's probably 5 on Thresher. It's the same old, 2 on Jack, 1 on Plowman for rough ground, 2 on Millstone to get in the goal and to sprint, and 1 on Peck. Fairly standard stuff.
Yep.
In fact, his influence allocation done in 5 seconds. Ball kicked from Chisel over to Granite, back
It's
over to Bryce.
Successful.
Cockshaw onto Thresher, doesn't move off the starting line. Going to probably be a target for getting the goal, you would imagine, for Thrillstone. Granite to go next. Checking Thresher's threat range, which is currently 11 cooked, could go up to 13 with
Little bump.
little bump. Bump to bump, cheek to cheek.
Oh,
Oh.
go for the goad.
Aha, very good play.
Bonus time.
Going for bonus times to be sure.
Hits
Gets it.
Wow.
There we go. Plowman's going up, Broken Earth. Putting Harvest Marker down. Ooh, little bit of a not too big of a deal, a little bit of a missequencing there. So that Harvest Marker next to Thresher should have gone down first because that then allows the one within 4. But you know, everyone knows what they're doing, so I guess it's not too bad. Of course, the relevance of the 1 4 inches away from Plowman is it allows Jackstraw to then jump up. Granite's moved up, kick the ball to. I haven't placed it. I'd imagine it's on brick. Ball's just staying there. Tater's moved up. Counter charge now live. Yeah, ball's on brick.
Yep. Pass the ball to Honor.
Pass the ball to Honor.
Successful.
He's got good feet for a big guy. Moves up a little bit. Of course,
scooching.
no more counter charge on brick.
No.
Still counter charge on the monkey.
Not as effective.
Just checking threat range from Thresher. Getting the goal on the chicken. Call that. Gonna have to imagine she's now going to sprint up and knock Tater and Thresher. Yeah. Nudging Tater forwards a little bit. Doesn't go too far forwards. And in Thresher. Now, the benefit of this is the angle he's done it at, it's to try and kind of make the goad a little less effective. So you've still got to go towards, but at least I get a little bit of an angle on it.
Yeah.
So what I'd imagine if he's going to go in at all, maybe hit marbles for a knockdown dodge, then get into brick, and then he may have the melee range to actually hit something useful. Cool, Honor's going, kicking the ball to Flint. A very quick first turn from both players. We have yet to breach 45, yet to breach 40 minutes. In fact, Bryce has not even used a full minute yet. Practice.
He's not threshed yet, has he?
No. Honor's moved up a little bit. Think about placement, just going next to brick. Hiding from the baddies. That ball is on Flint. Have to imagine superior strategy as well.
Yep.
I think that's what that red one represents. Jackshaw's run up, dropping a crop dust amongst marbles, Honor, and brick, just to get a little bit of damage. Most important, some harvest markers up for Thresher, for Poised, and for Don't Fear.
We're looking at a potential counter charge for Mets here.
So what Metz is asking is if the angle of the counter charge is very important because it then dictates where Thresher has to go. So the counter charge here is actually quite good because it'll pull Thresher away from the Masons.
Yeah.
But he's not taking it. Because I guess, you know, if Thresher wants to come forwards, he's got that Mason's Castle waiting. Avoiding marbles so he doesn't trigger loved creature.
Yep.
Brick, 2 damage down to 1 due to tough hide, 2 damage to Honor. 2 harvest markers right down there. Jack's got 1 left. You have to imagine for a jump to another harvest marker, you gets that for free anyway. So back over to the Masons.
Interesting.
Flint going out long. With the goad being in play, he can afford to do that. But even if the goad wasn't in play, Thresher was to go over there, he's kind of out of position. So I think the farmers just, you know what, the goal's going to happen. Might be able to stop the Tater if we're even that bothered at all. Back over to the farmers. Thresher's activation, last activation of the turn, wanders up, paves the 3-inch melee zone, just starts hitting the monkey. This is all about generating momentum.
7 dice.
7 dice, 4s and 1. Momentous 2. Love creature is popped. Do it again. Ooh.
Probably just taking momentous 2s, though. Discussing it.
Between the 2 damage and the knockdown dodge. Momentous 2.
Takes momentous 2. 4 health left.
Mom
Such
3
good
and a dodge. Trying to get to cover. Just outside. Momentous 3 and a dodge.
1 health left.
Having bought Scything March, I'd have to imagine. Mon 3 to kill him. And
Yep.
that's 1
That's
point to
1
the
point
farmers.
to the farmers.
Nice healthy stack of momentum.
Yeah, got 5 from that.
They're not going to get last activation because of superior strategy.
No,
So
don't
just
mind
do
to
what you
use it.
can. Particularly when you're, this is very much a game that could go down the clock. So if you can get an additional 1 point early, very important.
Yep.
Now,
It also takes the option to kill him again later on.
exactly, yeah. So it's effectively, you get a squaddy's worth of kills.
Yeah.
And I think Flint here may not even score. He may just sit there on that fast ground, or he may try and, looks like he's trying to hit the fast ground so he can then drift in.
Yeah.
But he reckons that's out. The other thing he has to contend with is if that spot there he ends, that the 1 inch widget that's close to the goal is a walk, we need to see if fork off would be triggered.
Yeah.
He's fully aware of that.
Out of 6.
Out of 6 by a hair. So it looks like a maybe a move, maybe a jog, and then a.
I think it's
where'd they
I think that's a sprint. I don't think he's got enough for the wide to go. That's why we see him so.
Because he must have used. I think that only looks like 2. He must have used the rest in the prior to superior strategy teams. I don't believe superior strategy gives influence anymore, does it? Because it used to give 1. Huge.
No, just an extra activation.
Again, I think if the Masons want to take their time with the goal here, that's also perfectly acceptable because it means it's less time for the farmers will have the ball. As soon as the farmers start getting the ball's going to go to Thresher and he'll keep yo-yoing in and out.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's in range. Cool. Fair enough then.
It's going the long way. He must have 3 on him for the sprint.
Sure.
Where'd he go?
That looks like 3, yeah.
Shot with a bonus time.
Is he going to make it?
Whoop.
And he gets
There
it,
it
so that's 4 points to the
is.
Masons. Back outs.
That was with getting the goal. So we needed a 5 on that.
Really? Heck.
And he
That's
got
good.
it.
Got it on 1. Getting the goals are very much an ability like that. It either doesn't really impact the game at all, or it's incredibly crucial one way or the other.
Yeah.
Like for every game where I've had Millstone and it does make a difference, I've had like another game where it basically locks down the game, then the ball's with me, and then
And they've
you're
not
now fighting
scored.
on my terms.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're going to see now. There's the inevitable bunker of farmers waiting to grind out the AVPs.
Well, it's essentially bunker versus bunker at this point, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
I mean, the
With superior strategy as well, you will always get the final activation unless Thresher flies in, taking out your team.
looks like the ball is on the ground next to Plowman.
Bryce
within
here
range.
probably going to rip up a few of these.
Yeah,
Always
you have to
markers for
imagine.
bonus.
Yeah, I think probably the one on the essentially what is the in the bottom right corner. Well, the bottom right is the halves markers are. That one will probably go. I think the one next to Millstone, who is kind of that model that is, if you have Peck next to the goal, the one to the left of Peck, I think that one will probably go as well. In terms of influence, in terms of momentum, currently 0 for Germany, about 5 for SFG. Tokens.
Luke Smith says, finally, Dom can talk about farmers and be relevant.
Who said that?
Luke Smith.
Luke Smith. Oh, hey, Luke.
David Margetson says, Pringles Plain is probably the strongest plain crisp outside of Pom Bears, and I agree with that.
Yeah.
Pom Bears, the king of
It's pretty S tier.
bear-shaped chips.
Other anthropomorphic crisps are available. Although I'm pretty sure they aren't. No, there's like kangaroo ones.
They're not bear-shaped, are they?
No, but kangaroos are pretty good. Where do you fall in the
So-
anthropomorphic crisp debate? Let us know.
So, as turns go, that was pretty fast.
Yeah, so that was about 3 minutes, 10 seconds for Bryce. And although I can't see it on the clock, I think that's probably about 40 minutes, 34.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. So a grand total of like less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, if you want to get the cards right.
Yeah.
Oh, he's taking our whiteboard.
Can I whiteboard away? Why is he doing that?
Taking our toys. Dad.
Stream Dad.
Perkins being Dev Dad. Dig deep for the farmers.
Nice. That's there too, right?
Farmers going first.
With their worst card.
Very good. And of course, if they want to then, if the Masons want to score another goal, and it's more momentum. The farmers are good at, and what these farmers farm, it's momentum.
Yep. And Granite gets poised.
Granite gets poised. That's won't touch the hair for Granite. Nice call. It's going to have to be dealing with that ball first. It looks like 2 on Plowman.
Yep.
Still 5 on Thresh, you have to imagine. So the harvest markers. So leaving the 1 harvest marker near Tater for Forkoff, all the rest have been removed. So 2 on Plowman, full 5 on Thresher, 1 would have to imagine.
So just confirming, Ronan's come back with the stats, and we were correct on both counts.
2 on Jack Straw. Looks like 1 on Millstone for getting the goal. 1 on Peck. Probably about 2 on Tate as well. One would have to imagine. Back over to the Farmers. We are started turn 2. We have barely haven't even breached 40 minutes on the Farmers side. So we've got looks like about 2 on Flint there. Bringing the Monkey back on. 11 more Monkey kills. One on Marbles. Why not for goes?
Yeah.
Why not?
Marbles are 6'8".
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So 12-inch threat.
Don't even I mean, you could heal him, but why bother? A couple there on Chisel. You'd have to. Yeah, it's probably about 3 or 4 looking at it. Then about 4 on Honor. I mean, you're looking at maybe 1 for a quick time, 2 for a superior strategy there.
Yeah.
And then 1 each on Brick and Brick has gotten a second. 1 on Granite. He's thinking about it. He's kept the second on Flint. Plowman's going. Tokens from last turn on Bryce still there. They're called base huggers, but they're not meant to literally stay there all the time. Plowman's picked up the ball. He kicks it to Thrillstone, who dodges away to the cover.
Nice.
And knocks everything over.
Mets, so annoyed.
I mean, I'm livid as well.
Yeah. Classic brace.
Won't someone please think of the children? Balls over Millstone.
Like I said, it looks fine.
Yeah, these things happen, don't they? Particularly on top table. Yeah. Maybe the game of the event.
Yeah.
Broken Earth going up, one would have to imagine.
I think it's... I can't speak for Perkins' opponent because I don't know him, but assuming Morticians into Fishermen, traditionally a good match for the Morticians, they take that on paper.
Brewers into Alchemists.
Brewers into Alchemists. Timmy into Steve, though. So I think Timmy can take that one, so this probably is the decider.
So no pressure.
And Mets.
Oh, Plowman passed. He must have had 3, so he passed and is charging Flint.
Flint, go
breaking up the bubble. Let's see how this goes. Knockdown, reload down on the playbook. It's on his second result.
Got 5.
Momentous knockdown.
There we are. Knocked down Flint.
Okay. And that token, has been done. Couldn't have done a Broken Earth because he charged. 4 on Tato, been confirmed between the players. Got to imagine that's Tato maybe going into Flint if he has the range. He does have an 8-inch sprint, 2-inch melee zone. The line might be slightly off, if at all.
I think it'll be fine with a 2-inch melee.
Yeah.
It probably just requires a charge rather than a...
Which Tato's totally fine, because of course, he's a sweeping charge. Going to be getting 3 damage onto Plowman, but that's fine.
Take that.
I wonder if you just do the Monkey and just go Thresher again. So, like, you want the fight over here?
Well, I think the fine having these guys come back, collect those 2 points. I mean, it's Mets activation. Surely he's got that 1 momentum from... Did he go first or second?
Second.
So he's got that 1 momentum. Spend it, stand up, sprint, where they go away. Don't give him those 2 points.
Touch the fast ground.
Yep.
If you want to cut, if you want to break up, I'm going to make you break up even more. Flint going, standing up for momentum.
Oh.
Perfect. Textbook.
Takes a run.
Takes a run. Crushing the harvest marker. Okay, just going there and back.
Nice.
And then hitting Plowman. Okay.
Yes, Plowman's what, 3-1?
3-1.
3-1.
Momentous push dodge.
Disengaging.
Knocking him over as well.
He's taking him with him. Go for that Flint push dodge off the pitch.
Well, obviously saw what Midas did in game 3 and wants a bit of that.
Looking for now, where'd they go?
There we go.
Out of...
Must have had 3 on him then. So that So sprint to crush the harvest mark and attack, and then where'd they go?
Not bad.
Yeah, not awful. Thrillstone jogging. Just checking the measurements. I think we're on 38 minutes.
Hold on.
Ooh. I think she's outside of a jog distance.
Yep. So isn't in range to bump him.
No. Kicking the ball to the chicken, successful.
Successful, takes a dodge.
Takes a dodge.
Nice.
And this is so he can get the angle with Tater to then go and get Flint.
Yep.
Oh, it's not, I don't think he's even an angle at this point. It's pure distance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he didn't go towards the fast ground, because that still would have been within Tater threat range.
Yeah.
There we go. All starting to make sense.
Well, with a wide to go sprint of 10 inches, I think he'd have been well clear.
Although this does mean the farmer bubble is being broken up.
It does.
And the Thresherless wants to work in a group. Planting season, Hearth's Mark goes down, Fork off has now been triggered. Cockshaw, of course, taken off Thresher because that was last turn.
Interesting. So
This looks like a goad. Goad on then.
goad into, well, move
Let's go.
Sorry. Marbles, not goad, is moving up into cover.
Let's go. Let's go to town.
Hits it.
Hits it, and another goad. Boom. It's like a blind. If you're against Thresher, those blinds as goads, you bonus time them.
Yeah.
Peck's going to go jogging over there. Passing to Jackstraw. That kick's good.
Good feet.
Balls on Jack. Good feet for a
Chicken.
small chicken.
Good feet for a chicken.
Banking the momentum.
Yeah. Good feet for a chicken. What a stupid image in my head that is. A chicken with human feet.
They're not even attached to him, he just has them. It's like, where'd you get those? Got them in the fridge, mate.
Good feet for a chicken.
Good feet for a chicken, man. Quick look at the clock. 38 minutes 25 for the Farmers, and I think we're on about 37 minutes for Germany and Masons. So that's kind of all the quick activations out of the way, really, for the Masons. Oh, Brick is charging. Probably into Thresher. Cool. Thresher taking the 3 counter from Poised. Millstone easily within 6 to take one for the team. 9 dice charging into Thresher. 4-0. Ooh. I mean, it's only 3 results, but Brick's got lots of value early down. Taking a push to drag Thresher in.
Yep.
Start kind of a beatdown. Oh, pushing him to the side. Okay. Because he charged as well, he has knockback. So it's going to be another inch push as well. Pretty sure that's what knockback does.
You better that you push them one directly away and then you follow up one.
Fair enough. There we go, outside of 3 of Brick. So that means very, very precise measurement there. Expect nothing less from the Germans. There we go, clock has been nudged just a little bit. Perfect, we can now see it all. Jack jumps over to the harvest marker, passes to Thresher, dodging him back.
Is he retreating, do you reckon, here?
Yeah, by the looks of it. So then, if Thresher wants to engage, I think he can still probably go towards the monkey.
Well, I think it's more that next turn to go, you have to commit deep.
Mm-hmm.
And that he can engage next turn how he wants to.
And then a crop dust. He's thinking. It's placed anywhere within 6.
Yeah.
But it's all about kind of where do you want to get some damage, or do you want to get some harvest markers down for Thresher to then use? Yes, 1 damage to Brick after tough hide, so Brick is probably down to about 20.
Oh, a long way to
18.
go. Brick down to 17.
Big health for a big guy.
Oh wait, no, not 17. Yeah, 17. Took 2 damage over the 2 turns.
Mm-hmm. And engaging Brick. There we go. I think I would not be surprised. Oh, no. Dodging backwards. Okay.
On with a stack of 4 there. That's just free momentum and 3 damage.
I guess. Granite running, jogging and sprinting. No, not jogging, sprinting.
Interesting, by Thresher pulling back with a dodge, it's allowing the Masons to push forwards now.
It is.
And take control of that mid-ground.
But most importantly, it's not the entirety of the farm team. So that Castle Farmer has been broken apart because he's committed over there to go and grab Flint, which he admittedly still has to. Just charge Flint, by the way.
Ooh.
Mom 2 plus 3 from sweep and charge. That's 5 damage to Flint.
5 damage on Flint leaves him on 9 health.
On how much health?
9 left.
Oh, that's incredibly unfortunate. Farmers want to see health in like blocks of 2. Nothing.
He did momentous 2 with the first one, but then missed the second.
Yikes! Not what you want.
Well, I'll say the third attack after the charge.
Oh, that did nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, that just missed.
Yeah.
Chisel coming in. Yeah, the Mason's really starting to take control of that
It's looking good, and the thing is, we're going to have a superior strategy on somebody. Most likely.
Well,
I mean, Chisel's not spending her
maybe
influence.
on Chisel, yeah. Players just confirming, Thresher's the only one left. Clock very quick, very tight, with about a minute between both players. Just confirming, are there any pushes on Thresher? No, he dodges. Chisel's there. Hasn't spent any. That's definitely a superior strategy coming.
That's a superior strategy if I ever saw one.
Thresher.
He's going to take his jog, but he has to go...
Has to go
Is
towards-
go directly?
Let's have a look. Even if it is, he may still have an angle on brick if he wants to get brick.
Directly towards...
The problem he has is if he hits brick, that's going to be easily within 4 of Granite's. And then she's there, your dice drop, you're going to get a 2-3 in cover.
Come on, Bryce.
Bad news bears.
Yeah.
Dodging to the very centre of the centre square,
Now,
checking that it's
Met's just like,
towards...
wait, hold on. Is that directly in line?
He can get within 2.
Yep.
There we go. Keeping the ball on him,
Counter charge on the monkey.
asking for a counter charge on the chimp. Cool, monkey's coming in.
Bryce seemed to forget about the counter charge there.
Really? Yikes.
Yeah, he forgot about counter charge.
Guy doesn't write the game or something. That would be a... Oh, I know what he was asking for brick. Gravity well.
Got you.
Running over the harvest marker. Oh,
charging.
no.
Nice.
Excellent.
Excellent play from Mets. Oh,
Just checking that Chisel can fit through. Of course. Planned.
played for
He
and got.
eyeballed that.
Oh. Marbles, marbles, marbles with the pushes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Shank the ball off of him. He's already moved. Like Thresher's going to have to use
That-
dodges to move backwards.
Or you go double push and be like, hey, have nothing this turn, Thresher.
Double push. If that's an inch, you can still pay for 3
pay for
players and
pays
hit
for
marbles.
threes, no.
It's not great, but still something. Men's tackle, men's push. Yeah, I think that's probably the right call.
Bringing him in.
Ooh.
Damn it, they
Players have knocked it. No, I can still kind of eyeball that clock. I know what
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have. Who's he
Wow,
going to
good
attack?
play from Mets. And he got bonus momentum there.
Buying 1 on marbles.
Going to try and get himself back into 2, back into even numbers. Marbles coming back with 4 health.
Mom 2. Love creature is up. That chisel charge is going to be harmful. Buying another 1 on marbles.
Sure, he's got to take the tackle here.
Checking to see if marbles in range of granite. It's tight. Okay, Matt's saying he's stupid outside of granite range. Perfect. Oh, misses the tackle, takes 2 damage, gets a victory point. Farmer's up to 2.
But the ball scatters.
Or, actually, no, he takes a dodge. He takes a non-momentous dodge. Farmer's back down to 1. He changed his mind. Hitting marbles,
Dodging out of 1 of brick.
but getting within 2 of the harvest marker. Poise has already been used this turn, but relevant for later on. Taking a tackle.
Yeah.
There we go. Getting that ball back, so he wants to wheel back, he can. How much influence does he have left? He's got 2 influence left, so that could be an attack,
And a pass.
then a pass. But he's thinking about it. Ripping a harvest marker up to do 3 damage with Don't Fear, so we're back up to 2. Clarifying that it's 3 damage to break because it's a trait rather than a character play or playbook damage
3
result.
straight onto brick.
So that's damage onto brick. Granite triggers. Moving in granite.
Very good.
Buying 1 on granites. Going to be looking for the momentous knockdown dodge. Calls to pop the sturdy and to then continue to dodge backwards. But she's a 3-2. Knockdown dodge. Pops sturdy. Gets dodge. Still momentous. That's totally fine. This last one's going to have to be a pass.
Disengaged.
Passing a jackstraw. Good play. Passing to the chicken.
Even better.
And it works on 1 dice. So close there. Dodges Thresher back 4. I don't think you can entirely get out of Chisel threat range, even with quick time. But, you know, it means that if Chisel wants to commit, she's coming into everybody. But the lack of counter charge is big. On it goes. Superior strategy onto original chisel. And then using quick time to move forwards too. She might go for the goal.
No activations left.
Maybe. Why bother fighting? She's got good feet for a small girl.
Small lass.
Small lass. Wee lass.
Wee lass, yeah.
I'm not sure about it. Jack's 5-0, yeah. There we go, as we thought, yeah. Just
Quick time.
then into the chisel act. Oh, well, Honor to walk first. Going for a sprint.
Sprinting up.
Mason's really kind of just moving into that centre bit
See,
of the pitch.
with Tater so far away and near no harvest markers, yes, Palmer can get him up there next turn. He's lost his protective bubble,
I think
really.
that may have been a mistake. I think that's been kind of the story of this weekend, if you will, kind of like how to break apart bubbles, just send targets out to see if people...
Send threatening strikers out onto the flanks that will be a pain if they stay there. You have to deal with them. A real thorn in the side.
I almost would have kind of bunkered up right in that middle and was like, well, if you want to come and get that ball, great, but then you're amongst me.
Yeah. Seeing where Chisel can end up after her second activation.
See if she can crush any harvest markers as well. Oh, she might be able to get 2 of them there. Ah, she's getting 1. She's going to be engaged. Oh, is that 2?
Well, the thing is, she can either charge and get 1, or sprint and clip both. So the line he's taken, he's trying to...
Charging Jack.
So
Jack Shaw's defensive stancing up to 6. Crushing that 1 harvest marker.
-1 for Thresher. I think he wanted to actually just charge into the other one outside of Thresher's range. But we live and we learn.
2 results, momentous 2. Puts Jackstraw on 8. Doing it again. 1 influence left after this. Down to 5s now. 6 momentum on the farmer's side so far. Momentous 2. The momentum on the Mason side, I believe, those little cog coins, they now have 6. And then another momentous 2, they're up to 7. Wow. 7 momentum for the Masons, 6 for the farmers.
7 for
and that is the
Masons.
turn.
Jackstraw left on 4 health.
No, not. I mean, he's got Reanimate to go through as well, but there's not many harvest markers.
It's not
On the farmer side either.
I'm sending off Ronan to go grab the card, see what gets played.
Thanks, Ronan.
All right. Bryce brings out a 7, maybe. Seize the initiative.
Seize the initiative for Bryce.
And they roll off.
Roll off. He must have used his +6.
4-3. Oh, Masons take it.
And they get to dodge and go first.
And Mets wanted to go first there, so that was a very fortunate roll-off in his favour.
Have to imagine this is maybe a kill on Jack.
Yeah, well, we need to do the... so we know Bryce uses the initiative and sell it to the crowd.
Crowd for Germany.
Yeah.
Thinking about who to dodge over. It's going with Granites, yeah, really lock down that centre. Over to the farmers, who are we going to dodge? Peck just wheeling back further. It's worth pointing out, we're into turn 3. 12 minutes have been used on the farmer side. And,
I assume that's 30, surely.
yeah, very, very quick.
Very tight games.
Going out to the side. I'm not sure about that. Honor's there and waiting. First Lady of Gilball, poised to attack. Yeah, I think going over that was probably safer.
Tackle on 1 as well.
Yeah.
Peck has... What's Peck's attack?
Attack 2.
So...
Against the 3-2.
Against the 3-2.
Yeah.
Good odds of getting the tackle then.
That's a Nagoy's from me. Spending a lot of time on this one, which I mean, admittedly, it's a very big game, but
yeah,
can't afford to waste time against the likes of Christian
as well.
Metz. Oh, don't go out that way.
I say Flint and Nolan were both there waiting.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no harvest markers to stop fork off.
I don't see the farmers dealing with granite that quickly, because that's kind of the whole point.
Yep.
You could even, well, I mean, I think Chisel may end up going down, maybe. Just moving there. Yeah, I think that's probably the safe play.
Yeah. All right, Mets to allocate.
So Marvel's coming back on for the second time this game.
Yep. But no go this time. Thresher is just too far away.
Sounds good to me. Probably looking about 3 on Honor there.
I'd love to see like a sneaky monkey come up past the clock, down, and just goad him.
Got him!
Got him. Turn 5. Got ya!
So quite an even spread on influence so far. Looks like we have 1 on Granite and on Chisel.
I think he's started to stack them on top of each other. I think they're 2.
2, okay. Probably, I'd imagine about 3 on Honor.
That was 3 on Granite.
3 on Granite, okay.
What do we know? 1 on Chisel.
1 on Brick. 2 on Honor by the looks of it.
Nothing on Flint.
Is that all the influence he had?
Must be a ton on Brick.
Yeah.
I think Brick's probably got a full allocation.
Sure.
Honor's probably got a full allocation.
Sure. 2 harvest marks ripped up, so that's probably 5 on Thresher, 1 on Jack, 1 on Peck, 1 on Plowman, 2 on Tater. That 2 on Tater probably means Flint isn't dying this turn.
No.
Honor's activating. Just clarifying, no count charge.
To jogging
Moves
6
to there.
forwards. Now I think, with Honor's very good card,
Hitting Jackstraw.
hitting Jackstraw with 6 plus 2
Plus
granites.
2 from Granite and from Chisel. 5 and 0.
Oh,
Momentous 2.
2 health left.
Oh, yeah, she must have had about 4 or so looking at it.
Um,
Momentous 2.
Cops.
Triggering reanimates.
and again.
Momentous 2.
Momentous
That Mason reliability coming in strong.
Yeah.
2 more left after she must have had a full
Share their
stack.
full stack, 3 on each pile.
And dead Jackstraw. That is the Masons going to 6 points.
With a mighty 1 damage.
And crucially for
So-
farms as well, there's 2 less harvest markers coming down this turn.
Yeah. And has 2 left. Didn't take any dodges of those though. Didn't get into range. Just focused on killing.
Quick timing into the chicken.
It's the chicken.
Oh, she's only got 1 left, so she's not going to be doing a whole lot with that. Hitting the chicken, 5 and 0.
Oh,
Takes the tackle. And then she
legendaries.
legendaries
Very
for
nice.
influence.
Shut
Perfect. I wonder if she did that deliberately. I haven't got any influence left. Oh, do I?
Do I?
Just counting out their influence from the attacks. Met's got a far better memory than me. At this
Yeah,
point,
no,
I'd be like,
Yeah. So he's hitting. Yeah.
So 4 dice, shot on goal from Honor.
Scores
Get it up to 10
10-2.
points. A commanding lead.
Bryce Booze.
I mean, yeah.
Looking for heals.
Not worthwhile. Keep that nice big momentum lead.
Wow.
Now, as the farmers, where do you put that ball to?
Guys in chat, what do you think? Guys in chat, this is version 4.2 of the game. Physical cards are still available because you can download them from the Steamforged website and print them off yourself.
Yep. We do a basically biannual errata, one about February, one about, say, August, September time.
Yeah, generally every 6 months we revisit the game and look at what needs tweaking.
On a dodging back 4 from the goal shots.
Yep,
Cool.
it's good. It's good play.
Where's that ball going
Where
out
is
to?
that?
I mean, I would say that safe spot is down on the left-hand side there because there's no influence over there, but at this point, do the Masons even care?
Yeah, they're just going to look for that 1 kill. And how is everybody looking? Thresher's on full health.
I don't think anyone's too damaged.
No one else taking damage. Yet.
Not sure about all
But
that
the
takes.
ball-
All that takes is a bad scatter. Chisel might be able to grab it, but then again, if it goes too far towards Chisel, she probably hasn't got enough to run and then shoot it.
All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. Direction.
6, 3. That lands Honor. Met says with a
Honor.
cheer, come to me. And snaps it to Honor.
He snaps it to Honor because that means that if you want the ball, you have to get there.
Yikes.
Bryce said he's not played this well.
To be honest, I'm not entirely sure what he would have done differently. Metz is like, mind you, I'd say Bryce in that same class of player where like,
Yeah.
I understand what they do, but can I pick it apart? Not really. I wouldn't know how to beat either of these guys. No. So with Tac 5 must be Tater. It's Mom 2 on to
I mean,
Flint.
if I were Bryce, I'd have won the roll-off for the turn.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done.
Just skill it.
Oh,
And it looks like that's a miss. He must have had about 3 or 4 on him. Couple of missed attacks. Mom 2. I think he's taken 4 damage.
I don't know.
So I think that was Mom 2, missed attack, Mom 2.
If he did, he's left on 3.
3 health, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
2
Bryce
out of 4.
mentioning he only hit 2 out of his 3 attacks.
Is it not 2 out of 4?
I'm not sure he had 4 on him. Regardless, only
Yeah.
2 results. And that is Honor engaged. I think you go with Flint. Heal up.
Heal up,
Skedaddle
just
away.
leave.
Take points off the table. Solidify your lead.
Yep.
Yeah. And those are 2 points running away on the right-hand side there. Back over to the farmers.
Can Bryce dig something out of here? I think he did a 4 on him. I think that's why he's so annoyed.
Looking at some of the other games, looks like Steve and Timmy are still playing. Perkins is on his phone. How very rude.
No.
Maybe over.
It's not over.
It's not over.
Unless, I can't tell.
Who can say? Probably communing with Skynet.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So we have Peck moving over and attacking Chisel.
Wow.
These are strange times we live in.
Desperate times.
Momentous dodge.
Just generating some momentum.
And over to the Masons. Game's entirely on the Masons now. Chisel, easy with a melee of Thrillstone. Nice easy kill there with a 1-inch melee zone. Met's saying, I think I have to activate Chisel. Because you have to imagine Thresher's about to activate next.
Just ask Ronan to go check on the game, see how things are going, see if anything's wrapped up, because I can't tell if the players are still playing on Perkins' game.
Chisel taking +1 damage on herself. And then hitting...
Still, all games still in action.
Sure. Didn't catch who Chisel was hitting. Attacking Thresher. 4 results. 5 results.
I mean, the thing is, Thresher's probably one of the... Like, if you want to just rail into him with everybody there, he'll drop.
Yeah, 4-0, 20 health. All that health doesn't matter in the world with those defensive stats.
No.
They have some damage onto it. It was 5 results with Chisels.
Wow.
Momentous 2.
So still on Thresher, right? It's 2.
Seems to be on 13 by the looks of it, looking at the card.
Yep.
3 net results.
Thinks a push dodge.
Push, dodge. He thinks.
But he wants to push Thresher away.
Yeah, further into Granite and Brick.
Yep. Dodging away from everybody else so he can run away and leave.
Excellent. Take those points off the table. And he's staying there. Okay. Thrillstone going in. Engaged by Granite.
Interesting. Staying
Also
engaged.
staying engaged. Just going to bump the chicken with the battering ram. Yep. Maybe he's trying to set up some type of kill on or, unpleasantness onto Honor. Millstone moving to within 1 inch of both Chisel and Granite.
Yep.
Oh, going base to base of both. Putting a halves
Drops
marker
the
down
harvest marker
behind.
down behind.
Healing Thresher, so Thresher heals 4 health.
Interesting, decided not to push them both.
And Brick starts hitting Thresher. Taking the 3 poise, but Brick does have a knockdown on 1, but take 1 of the team is there. 2 net results, that'll be a momentous knockdown.
News from the front line. Perkins just won his game.
Oh, excellent. Well done, Perkins. Didn't hear what was taken there. It was probably a knockdown, which was then Millstone took. We'll take 1 for the team.
3 armor on Brick.
Taking a dodge.
Takes dodge.
Oh. Check and see if he can leave Granite's melee range. Yeah, can't. Still engaged with Granite. Hitting Thresher again. Three damage, concussion.
Nice.
1 influence gone. Thresher down to 4. Healing Brick up.
Thresher done to what, sorry?
4 influence.
Oh, I think meant health or something.
Nah.
I think he got healed.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah,
on
he's-
14 now.
I think it may actually be high. I think it's about 17.
Bryce said that Metz is going to win this game and there's nothing he can do about it. Is what he
Well-
just said in other language.
Yeah, well, that was that's the nice way of saying
the
it.
PG
So it's like
version.
PG-13 version. Yeah, looking at the Thresher card, he seems like he's on 14 health. What to do?
So, before this tournament, Bryce was undefeated at 2 WTCs in a row.
Mm-hmm.
The way this game's going, this will be his 2nd loss this year.
If anyone can do it, it's the Germans.
Yep.
And Christian Metz and Timmy are certainly amongst those level of players that could probably lay a loss down on Bryce. Bryce taking his time thinking over what to do now. 26 minutes left on his clock. It's probably about 24 or so on the Mason side. I think, and there's a giant bit of terrain in the way.
Bryce using this clock advantage here to make
Thresh
sure
is
he
going.
thinks out his turn.
Buying attack
Having-
onto Granite.
Having played Bryce in a lot of games, his voice knows he's defeated.
Yeah.
Unless something honestly miraculous happens.
Mm-hmm. Interesting insight
Yeah.
from your lunch spire days.
Lunch Spire days, yeah. Between us, we must have played like over 50 games, so I know when he's dejected.
That was just a dodge away from that nastiness. Still within 2 of Granite, but outside of Brick's melee range.
Look at that,
Doing a
both.
jog. Trying to wedge himself in behind Honor there. Still engaging Honor,
And staying out of Granite.
if indeed he can.
Yep,
Yeah, that
both
looks
players
fine.
agree he can. So,
Buying 1 on Honor.
engaged by Chisel.
Engaged by Chisel. Yeah,
takes
taking a
a
free
poise.
poise. Why don't
just
you melee zone Metz? You're
just-
better than this.
Just in case.
You can declare it. May not be legal. You can declare it. 3 damage knockdown. That's a good spike. Oh, forgetting the crowd from Chisel, re-rolling the attack. Oh, and Tate. They can't see other outs, so that works. Sure.
Phew.
Knocking the ball.
Damage
So
on
that
Honor.
puts Honor on.
12.
Lands behind Honor, right next to Flint. Ooh. Fresh still got 2 in on him. I was thinking about allowing Granite to walk with between a rock. He's not bothered. Attacking Honor again, down to 2 and 2 because of the knockdown. That's a good roll. 1 miss. Momentous 3.
Just 3. 9 health remaining.
Buying another attack onto Honor. Momentous 4, top end of the playbook.
Could you imagine if he had 1 more influence and then didn't fear the Reaper?
Problem if there is.
Everything else
Oh,
dies.
he's doing it anyway.
Anyway,
So that is 3
3.
damage onto Millstone, 3 damage onto Chisel, 3 damage onto Honor. I think that may actually click the chicken as well.
yes, definitely hitting the chicken.
Oh, he meant to legendary. Forgot about the legendary. I guess that would have stripped away a point of armor on Honor, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure if that would have been a kill. Certainly would have made things easier. Would have made essentially Thresher really starts doing damage when he starts wrapping, which means health can just
And
disappear.
he heals himself.
Of course. That's what happens when you're on top table against a player of Metz's
Yeah.
kind of skill. Although Bryce is certainly, I'd say he's comparable to Metz. It may just be.
Oh yeah,
simply-
definitely. I say the game, I think, came down to who won that dice roll for initiative.
Yeah.
And Metz won it and
And I
took full
think
advantage of it.
And those goads were key as well.
Yes,
Just
yeah,
a couple of.
Oh, but I mean, hitting both goads isn't like he had 2 dice on each one, 75% chance to hit it.
But they
Pretty
were
good
still
odds.
important if they hadn't gone
Oh,
his
yes,
way.
yeah,
you know,
definitely. Yeah,
like
yeah,
it
yeah,
opens
yeah.
up what Thresh can go into a lot more.
Yeah. Also, Bryce not forgetting counter charge. Not that
Yeah.
Not that it did a great deal, but it meant that he had to take hits against
Granite going into Millstone,
the monkey.
who is knocked down because she took take one for the team.
Yep.
Millstone getting additional dice from Chisel. You have to imagine this is where the last 2 points are coming from for the Germans.
Yep. 5 hits.
1 damage
Looking
getting string,
string.
solidifying that momentum lead.
Millstone down to 13 by my count. Looks the same on Bryce's card there. More dice.
Because of getting string, good play there.
Setup.
Ooh, 5. Oh no, that's 6 results. 5 momentum on the farmer side.
Going to go for momentum rather than the big kill numbers. He could take
Momentous 2.
Momentous 2. That's Millstone down to 11. Could have hit for 4.
But that wouldn't have been momentous, would it?
No.
Ooh. Another 6 results, momentous 2, just to be absolutely certain
Could
with
have
his momentum score.
Could have been 4.
Could have been 4 though. That would 2 4s, where would that put a health wise?
I'm checking. I'm checking as we go.
Ah. You've done this
Again.
before. Momentous 2.
Could have been 4.
Would that have been a dead Millstone or within 1?
See. Millstone would have had 1 health remaining.
There's no one left to go on the Masons, so.
Yeah, it probably is the right choice.
Yeah.
But if she gets healed, Metz is going to win this.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about the turn. So I can't tell what Bryce's stack's at, but it's not as high as it
He's
was
got
last
1
time.
or 2 on Plowman, influence wise. His influence stack, I think, is about 5.
Yeah.
Sorry, his momentum stack. Check out Plowman's playbook. Seems like Plowman only has the 1 on him. Does that drop Honor? How much health is Honor on?
Honor is
Yeah.
on 3 health.
3 health. That might be a dead Honor there. Met's just saying you need to wrap. Just clarifying that if he was to wrap, then the momentum result is... Oh, not healing Honor.
Well, the thing was, if he spends 2 to heal her, then Bryce is more likely to win the turn.
Mm-hmm.
And if Bryce wins the turn, she's dead anyway.
Just checking on the momentum lead.
Yeah.
Jogging up to within 2. Getting
Take a
5
shot.
dice, plus 1 from...
Well, plus 3.
Plus 3, yeah. 1 miss. Oh, 2. So, 2 away from armor. So that must have been the all hits. So just 2 away for armor.
And that was plenty.
So that's... So it's 2
So
momentous
it's
results
2
to kill us.
results
So
to my
momentous 3 at the top of play, but then a momentous push.
Yep.
Plus another momentum up to 4 points for the farmers. Bryce gets 3 momentum.
Oh, that
At
was
least
good.
it's some points on the board, and Harvest Markers come down with fertile soil and planting season. Just getting the score updated now.
Yep. Roden was absent then because he went and got the score from Steve and Timmy's game.
Oh,
Can
yes.
you guess what the score you just saw? Steve is on 8, Timmy is on 6.
Go on, Steve.
Steve is 1 goal
Savage
away
Steve.
from winning it. And the hopes of Steamforged rest on that man's shoulders because it doesn't look like Bryce is winning
If
this.
anyone can do it, Steve can.
Savage Steve. If he wins this, we'll call him Sledgehammer Steve.
Oh, Mason's going first. Didn't quite catch their cards. I was too busy memeing.
For the actual
The actual game we're reporting on.
grudge match, goes out, singled out.
Ooh. You have to imagine that goes down onto Millstone.
Oh, 100%. That's where that orange token on the farmer's gone.
Oh, they forgot to activate the monkey last turn. Huh.
Yeah.
I
Ronan
think
said
the
that,
farmers singled out has gone on to Chisel and they're on to
Ronan said that
Allegation.
if this game finishes first, we will switch on to Steve's game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Pause the game, shift it onto the other table.
Or just tilt the camera.
You're on stream, Steve. Surprise!
We'll have no idea what's going on because they don't have mics.
I mean, would we know anyway?
Yeah. Oh, well, actually, it's Timmy and Steve, isn't it?
I think that's lone striker for Bryce, maybe.
Yeah, -1 tack for the first activation.
If he goes first.
If he goes first.
Chill's going on to Thrillstone. Probably not long for this world.
No.
3 misses. Well, 3 after armor misses, so 5 net results. 2 damage. Momentous 2.
Just 2 on Millstone. Leaves her.
4 results.
Healed.
5 health left on Millstone.
5 health left.
I think that's momentous 2 there. And then a
That's
dead
game.
Millstone, and that's game.
Well done, Mets. Now, give us a second. Ronan's going to run over and get the last remaining game.
This
1 to Germany,
is
1 to Steamforged.
so
Steve
tense.
is the decider. And there we have them. Look at them.
They don't
Glorious.
even know. They don't even know. So it's Corker into Midas. I saw them draw earlier. Looks like we have, just having a quick look, we go from the left-hand side over to the right. We have Crucible, Veteran Catalyst. I think that is Jack. No, that can't be Jack Shaw. It's the wrong team entirely. I want to say that could be Cammy. That's Vitriol over on the right-hand side there by the widgets. In the centre, Decimate. In the centre, Flask. Then going back over, we have Hooper, probably Spigot, Corker, Quaff. We must be joining them at influence allocation. Well, actually, partway through the turn, because if you look at it, there's a lot of buffs already out in the field. Corker and stuff already have gone. So you have to imagine there's a Whiskey Chaser already out.
Yeah.
Couple of influence. Looks like we already have a Tinny there on Hooper.
Now, that character next to that Catalyst to the right looks like Midas, the standing up sculpt.
Correct, so.
And he's got 6 influence on him, so it has to be the captain. He's got the ball.
And we said he was on 6 last time.
We did. Last time we saw it, it was 8-6.
Very messy table for both of them. Understandable, but looks like a dead Mash on the Brewers side over there. So pretty much the exact same list as Valerian took earlier on in the weekend. What is happening? No one can know. And have a look at that clock up there as well. In fact, Cammy is actually on the Alchemy side. But if you look, she's in the top right there, so she is present on the board. Just going over the teams quick with Midas, Flask, Cammy, Vitriol, Veteran Catalyst, and Crucible, of course. And then for the Masons, Corker, Quaff, Hooper, Veteran Decimate, Original Spigot, Mash. So other than the Mash pool, which you're going into football teams, so Mash is pretty good, a fairly standard selection. Now Hooper is just flying over there into Vitriol. No idea about the health currently. Actually, we can just about see Vitriol's card by on the right-hand side there. It's got some health left, but not a whole lot.
All right, we now have their sound.
We have got sound.
Don't have dice, though.
Momentous push to get Vitriol within 1.
Counter-attack comes
Counter-attack coming in. Push,
push
dodge. Going back.
This guy's bonus stream. How lucky are you guys?
Oh, Timmy's saying this is awfully stressful. Go on, Steve. Go on. Oh, a quick update on health. Everyone on the Brewers side is full, other than Corker. How about that? I mean, very correctly pointed out, Mash doesn't have any health, but he is off the pitch, so he's safe for the time being.
Guys in chat, very happy to see this final game, and they expected Timmy's cards to be halfway up the pitch. 2 of them are advancing, but he's keeping it reasonably clean. Steve is
Cammy's card coming up the left flank, and Vitriol coming up the right flank. I like to think I'm a clean player. I wouldn't be like this.
So I think it's safe to say there's a Midas goal on the cards
at
this turn.
some point.
Yeah, that's 4 VPs. He's searching desperately for the second.
Do you think he's going to wait for the 2 before he gets that 4?
Yep.
Yeah, got it.
Because with Steve being on 8, he can't give up that ball.
Now, considering, I mean, I know a little bit of their team, kind of their drop strategy, but they definitely would have preferred Bryce and Timmy, because farmers do have Peck. They do have so many natural advantages against the Alkas.
Yes.
And also, I think Timmy and Bryce just wanted to play on it anyway. Yep. So they've had this go against them. I think Fish and Maltz they're relatively happy with.
Yeah.
particularly because brewers and farmers,
Well, I think-
they're okay to fish, but they're not great.
I think the Germans has done a great prediction of guessing what Steamforged will want based off of what is the inverted commas right
Yes.
thing to do, and then have flipped it a little.
Well, a little bit of a peek behind the curtain, if you will. I know, in fact, that the Steamforged team do have a matchup matrix where they rate all the matchups across the teams like different colours. So red is bad, yellow is better, green is fine, and so on.
What nerds?
Well, yes. But one of them is my boss, so it's totally fine.
Not my bosses.
Looking over there on the far, in the bottom right, it looks like Timmy has like a dial to track his various points on. I've got a similar one, although it's a farmer one, naturally.
Still VPs on 6, so we are in the game state where Timmy's searching for 1 takeout. Bryce. Get used to that. Steve is searching for 2.
Exactly, and you'd have to imagine with...
The
the
way this board's laid out, I don't see 2 takeouts coming easily.
Yeah, they're quite far away. Midas probably going to look for a pass to Crucible. No players for him to push off the pitch. Kicking the ball over to Crucible. 3 influence left after this. That works. Ball's over on Crucible. That would have been messed if it would have been missed. He's correct there.
With Mash coming back on, though, do you not reckon there's an opportunity there for Vetcat to... well, you're probably going to get a load of gold away from the edge of the pitch, but...
Maybe.
If Mash comes back on, just escort him off.
Maybe. Yeah,
I wonder whether they're calling that...
that whale.
That whale terrain.
For people who can't see it, if you look on the fish pitch that we have, just behind Veteran Cat, there is a bit of terrain. It's a whale. I'm not sure what the terrain is. Could be anything. To the rest of it is all probably barriers. Looks like I think we have rough ground there, kind of in the middle, just south of Spigot. Yeah, where are those points coming from? Midas is a little bit further up now, so maybe you start reeling him in. Probably going to do a Law of Gold to bring Catalyst forwards.
Yep.
There's no influence left on the Brewer side, so that's reasonably safe. Oh, looks like they're back to influence allocation. Okay.
No, I think he's working out just how much he's got left on.
Right. So they're working out who has what.
Oh no, this is allocation, I think.
Sure.
No, they're
just working out. Okay.
They're working on how much influence Midas has.
So in a way clean, but in another way not clean the slightest. Looks like a pass.
Still has
5
5 left
on Midas. Probably just dive in the saw and just generate some momentum.
So where they go, still active.
Law of Gold. Law of Gold to drag Veteran Catalyst forwards.
It makes sense. Get him away from the edge of the pitch.
And get him towards the Brewers.
So from the pair down game, France have won 1 already.
Sure.
But the other 2 games are extremely close, and it is... We do not know.
So just to point out that it is SFG with the Brewers and Germany with the Alchemists. Steve is not German, to my knowledge.
German Steve.
German Steve. Ooh, that clock gap getting smaller. Midas going into, it looks like, Hooper here. And if you've seen one thing from this weekend, Midas likes attacking Hooper.
Escort him off the pitch.
Yeah. Putting, I think it looks like it was attacking Decimates. So it looks like that was a knockdown on Decimate, not attacking Hooper.
But it's a successful attack, so it also gains... but then that 1 momentum spent, how valuable.
That is, yeah. Taking the poison away from Decimates.
Gets his double dodge. Or gets his dodge.
4 hits, still attacking Decimates. Momentous push dodge, dragging her towards Cats, you would have to imagine. Looking at it, looking at momentum, I think the momentum for Steve is the coins next to his goal marker, whereas the momentum for Mets is kind of the dial that looks like a tooth, and it looks like about 7 compared to the 3 that Steve has. Given that the goal is there, I think we may have a kill here, then a goal
Start next turn,
for
yeah.
Tony to clinch it.
A vet cat takeout after that 3 damage, condition damage goes through onto Hooper there, I believe it is? Or is that Spigot?
That is Decimate. Spigot is kind of next to, is in front of Corker.
Right next to Corker, yeah.
Decimate takes 3. It's the risk Corkerlists always run. Decimate incredibly handy for taxing people into your team, but she has still got victim stats.
Yep.
3-1. May have tough hide, only about 14 health. That goes down quick.
Oh.
Get back in there for the Brewers. Puts him on 7, I believe.
Not bad for
Alchemist
Mash.
going first.
Yeah, Alchemist going first, but Mash has the... So it's either the goal, then the kill, or the kill, then the goal. I think you have to... I think you have to go... Oh, catch-22 here, because if you go for the goal first, you give the ball to the Brewers, and they can go score and win the game. If you go for the kill...
With who?
Well, you kick the ball forwards and probably Spigot.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's got distance. He's only a 6-inch kick. But I guess you would have momentum at that point, so you could increase your distance. But then when you get where you get the momentum for the goal.
He's got no bear token. I was thinking times called, big sprint forwards.
I don't think there's anyone quite far enough for the Brewers that is in a dangerous spot. Hooper, maybe, but that's a risky place to put that ball.
Well, if it wins you the game and gets you through to the final.
Yeah, I think I guess you have to place it towards Hooper. I know, I think I would... The problem with going for the kill here is then it does leave the ball right there for Mash.
And Mash could even take the ball, knock that player off, knock Crystal off.
So an excellent counterplay. The game still very much in the balance.
Yeah. Guys, what would you do? Go for the kill, then the goal, or the goal, then the kill?
Let us know in the chat. 6 there on Midas.
Based on that game's sake.
Have to imagine that's 3 there on Veteran Catalyst, a full stack there on Crucible, and 2 on Vitriol. Brewers, full stack on Hooper, maybe 1 on Decimate, on Spigot, and we have full 4 on Mash. Who is it going to be? Looks like he's measuring up VCAT. I think he's just accepting the ball is... Whatever's happening, the ball is happening with the ball.
Yep.
I think he's fully in the knowledge that that ball, even if it goes, is not getting anywhere near my goal.
Say that now.
I think the plot card that the Alchemists have is the +1 tack, which negates the crowd out that Hooper is currently providing. Lots of damage. 4 immense damage down to 3 with tough hide. Looks like 7 results.
Oh, this is hurting.
So 4 down to 3, and then 2 due to the traits. So 6 damage in total to her.
Second attack. She's 2s on the floor. I think that's enough.
Only 4 results. 2 damage down to 1, +2 from the trait. 3 health left on Decimate.
So just don't whiff it.
Bonus time just to be sure.
Makes sense.
At this point in the tournament. Oh, look at that.
Smashed it.
That's a wrap. 4 momentous damage and a momentous push,
So
which kills her.
2 more points for the Alchemists.
Putting the Alchemists onto 8 points during the game.
It's all on Mash. Mash steps up.
Catalyst healing. Vitriol, who was probably damaged prior. Well, looking at it, if they can't deal with Hooper now, that could be a dead Vitriol, depending on what health is like. Maybe he doesn't need the ball at all. Counterattack coming in from Crucible, just to pop the resilience. 4 results.
4 hits. Tackle dodge. Sorry, tackle push.
Maybe.
And Steve had to move into base to base in case the goal went first and she could just acrobatic away.
Momentous tackle push, dragging her towards the centre.
Takes the ball.
Pushing her into the sea. We're going to need a bigger boat to fit Crucible in.
Resilience is popped.
Attacking again.
Really looking for house out.
Where's that to? Bonus timing, obviously going to the house out.
Looking for 3 hits.
On a 4-0, 6 dice. Momentous tackle push. That's fine, getting closer. But we do need a house out within the next... You want it on this one, don't you?
Has to be now.
Within 4. Okay. Oh, Mash hasn't moved yet. Directly. There we go.
We need it now. He needs it. Big roll. 3 5s.
Come on, Steve.
3 4s.
Gets
it.
How's
Oh my god,
that?
how's that? That's 2 points for Steve.
2 points, Steve. How's that, Steve?
How's that, Steve?
Very accurately, with resilience pops, he's asking, where can I put the ball that is safe?
Nowhere. It's just heroic. Batter up gives him...
Kick it towards Quaff, maybe?
I'd have been intrigued to see if he'd have measured the 4 inches from Crucible to the edge of the pitch directly away from
I
where
think
he
he
was.
could have done that a little bit earlier, but again, that's the benefit of us
Yeah.
not being involved in the game.
With only 10 minutes left on my clock.
Yes. Up using the heroic to increase
Once
the range
the
of the kick,
distance.
I believe.
Yep. This is brave and or stupid. We'll see.
Well, I think if it
we'll
goes,
see what the result is.
and
Wait, hold
then
on.
we'll decide.
Yeah, he's either, as we learned
We
today,
are impartial pundits.
he's either a hero or a fool, depending on which way that ball scatters.
Don't want a 6, I don't think. Timmy enjoying this play.
It's accurate.
Kick. Direction 1.
1
2.
2. No,
Reroll that.
re-roll that now. Midas gets that.
You think?
Yeah.
He reckons Midas can get it there.
Awesome.
Yeah, go for a reroll. You want a 4, a 5, or a 6, I think.
Or a
He
3.
thinks he has to
He's,
re-roll.
he's re-rolling.
Direction 3.
Better. 3
3.
3.
Acceptable.
Nice target for Midas to bounce off Quaff there, though. Neither what Steve needed.
Yeah, but I reckon Hooper may still be able to get Vitriol. I don't know how much health Vitriol is on,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
think that is probably Steve's route. Might still be able to get it, he says.
So that's a where to go.
That's where they go. So he's got an 8-inch sprint off this, I believe.
Yep.
Timmy's sailing, he feels stressed. Well, look how close that clock is. They're almost exactly the same amount of time. Guest appearance from Bryce's face. In the bottom right there. Shout out to Bryce's face. Happy birthday, Richard. He's going to need some dodges. But it's a definite maybe.
I mean, he'll get them. It's Midas. We've seen this. We know how it goes.
There's the pitch isn't near. The edge of the pitch isn't nearby, though. Oh, he has to run to make it, so
That's a
that is
sprint.
2 influence before he needs 1 for the shot, so it's 3 influence to get to that ball. I think that's doable.
Yeah.
So that's where they go sprint, getting within 2 inches of the ball. Cool, they're getting out an 8 just to be absolutely sure.
Placing the widgets.
Yeah, that's within 2. So he only
So
actually
he-
needs to move an inch, dodge-wise.
Why would-
Timmy saying, please, please.
Bonus time, innit? Why would you not charge?
Defense stance, I guess. Quaff counter-attacking. Meant to push dodge. Meant to push dog.
Push dog. So he's just going to take the 1 shot, though. Bonus time, the
timing,
shot on
shots.
goal. Here we go, here we go. Oh, and there it is.
It's on
just
1.
on 1.
So, with that, that's the Alcus
And
goes
that
to
is-
12 over to 10 for the Brewers.
Yeah, and SFG have been knocked out once again, question mark, by the Germans?
I feel they lost last time to the Germans as well.
They did, yeah. They were second.
I don't know
Germany
if
won.
that is the last game of the event, though.
No, we have to wait for the French team, and then we will know for certain if this was a German victory or a Germany-French final. Right, guys, we'll keep it going until we find out the result.
Sure. Okay, well,
Hope
it's
you find out soon.
probably worth pointing out, new on the website
Hey.
this weekend.
If you want to win with Alchemists,
Boom! We call that in the biz a link.
yep, then you can head on over to the Steamforged store where you can grab your own resin Alchemists, including a Veteran Calculus and Cami, and hopefully soon Noma. Noma?
Soma is the one form, Numa is the other.
Go.
Soma
Oh.
Numa. Oh, we've already said that. It's
Have we
fine.
said that?
Yeah, yeah.
Have we said the name?
I'm pretty sure we have.
Okay,
if not,
well,
if not,
it's
whoops.
Soma and Numa.
The first game's first dual state model.
Yes.
Which is a fancy way of saying they transform.
Yeah.
Announce those at Nova.
Yeah, well, guess we have only found out that it's one. The French have only won one. We don't know about the other games yet. That's going on in a different room to us.
Also new on the web store as well is Cinder and all of the other veterans as well. Well, the first couple of them anyway. I believe we've got 4. So it's the veteran Cinder, Calculus, Gutter, and Hemlock, I want to say. Oh, and Minx as well.
So guys in chat think what would have been better for Steve to do rather than hoofing the ball over and hoping for a favourable scatter would have been to have dropped it behind Mash, have Midas run out to where Mash was, and have to go around Mash to get the ball.
So kind of the problem with where he kicked it was it actually brought it quite near the goal.
So you've got the 8-inch kick to get there. Whereas if he dropped it over that side, as soon as Midas comes over to where near Mash is, Mash might get a house out on the counter attack.
So the natural kind of thing is, the natural thought is, I need to get the ball away,
from where this is.
Distance-wise, like sometimes, well, no, maybe it's already in the right spot because it's not just distance from the model, it's also distance from the goal.
I mean, and that's well, Steve was on 10 at this point. He doesn't need the goal. He's got a team full of brewers with influence.
Could have gone into Catalyst, could have gone into Vitriol.
Yeah. We could have had a scrum elsewhere. Catalyst wasn't moving.
Yeah.
He was healing, so he must have taken damage at some other point in the game. That could have been his victory.
And also looking at like Catalyst's defensive stats and how good, once he's knocked down, Hooper can go through that.
Hooper can
particularly with True Grit. Yeah.
Heroic for
You'd be looking at attack 7 with True Grit up to attack 8 because he was knocked down. Do we have the results?
France still the same, still 1-1, and they're still going on the other 2 tables. There mustn't be much time left at all.
Okay.
Right, I'm going to head on into chat, see what people have been saying. Let's have a look, see.
If this is the last game, then I've got my team on me, so I'll certainly be getting some games in the venue later on tonight, so we're not leaving until very late Monday afternoon.
Not at all.
What do we have in the chat?
So yeah, Jonathan Leatham saying dropping it towards the pitch edge as distance is the save there rather than kicking it out towards the side. I think we agree.
But then could Crucible have just scooped it up?
She's dead.
Correct, yeah, she's off the pitch.
She's off the pitch. And Howzat, I think, so Timmy said, oh, is Howzat not directly away? And Steve immediately moved to make sure that 4 inches would 100% with eyeball in it be in. He should have measured whether that big 40mm base
I think it would have been.
Would have clipped off.
I think it would have been. So all he needed is a slight clip and then...
A small clip and that's enough. That would have given him... He still had an influence. He still had his heroic. He would have still had his movement. He could have sprint as fast as that guy could into the centre of the pitch and actually pass it to, say, Corker,
dodge away. So then, like, Midas has to go kind of through the Brewer
team to get there.
Almost kind of like, well, the ball is over here, your last couple of points are here, but you need to go through my team and you're my last 2 points.
Yep. Hayden Sheehan saying he has a serious case of FOMO this year. Wish he was there.
Oh, well, this has been my first year at WTC, and I can't say I blame him. I would definitely have a severe case of FOMO after this as well. It's been really great to kind of meet people from all over the world. We have got people from all over the world. There's New Zealand, America, Argentina, and even Wales are here for the first time.
Yeah.
Go on, Wales.
Where?
Wales.
What?
Oh, it's
so that county?
Yeah.
All right. Why's a county playing?
And last time I saw, Wales 2 was actually beating the Wales 1 team, considering they're my old locals from Cardiff. Well done Ben, well done Reese, well done Sam. Doing me proud.
So, a Germany-France final. How do you think?
I would say Germany, I think.
You're going to
They've
give it
won
the favourites?
They've won the event previously, haven't they? So, they've got a really good team composition as well. Fish, Alchemist, and... God, what do we have on stream? Oh, Masons, of course.
Yeah. So Campbell Dandy wants to know, what am I wearing? Well, I'm wearing my Steamforged top, some shorts, some socks that are very stripy, and red Converse. And that's it.
It's not interested in me. I mean, I wouldn't be interested in me.
But under all that, there's nothing.
This is a family stream. Interesting packing up play here.
Yeah.
Throwing cards across the pitch.
Bryce sneezing into his hand.
Interesting play. Let's see how that works out for him.
Spread the disease around. This is a long game. It's a long con for next year.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep Timmy ill.
If I give Timmy a cold now, it'll be nice and weak for next time.
Yeah.
I don't think the common cold quite works like that.
No.
But it's an interesting line of strategy.
Well, this isn't the common cold. This is the Scottish cold.
Scottish cold. Quite right. Quite right. So yeah, we've got the same Steamforged shirts that you see Stephen Perkins there with.
Yep.
Yeah. different names on the back. You got, what was it?
Mine's my-
Giblin King,
The Giblin King, my Twitter handle.
Twitter handle.
Who have you got?
I've got the Beekeeper.
Because
Well, so that whole Beekeeper Guild rumour, that was all me. I'm like, the Farmer Miner Guild, before we confirmed it with Shepherds, I was like, what if the game had bees in it? And I'm like, if we can crave the evil that is Veteran Captain Salt, we can do some good in this world and get bees into the world. And when you start seeing people on Gubs mentioning bees that don't know you, it's just like very smugly leaning back in my chair, steeping my fingers. Yes.
I've created this.
That's all my fault.
Hayden Sheehan wants to know, when will SFG visit Oz?
When will we?
When will we, eh?
Hey,
I'd love that trip.
one of these days, yeah.
If we can keep on pushing that one, I'll sign up to that.
Yeah, definitely. It'd be great to go over to the Australian meta and, well, we say the Australian meta, it's pretty much owned by New Zealand at this point.
Yeah, oh. Sore subject.
Of course, the one of the New Zealand players, their Hunters player, the only guy who's turned up out the whole 150 that has not taken a full 12 roster. He's only taken 6 players. He's that confident. Steeljaw, Farhad, Egret, J-Car, Veteran Minx, and probably the Bear, I would imagine.
If you got one trick, and only one trick, it better be a good trick.
But, I don't know. I think there's a good... I mean, he's a far better player than me. He's the one that won Worlds last year, so what do I know? But I think there's a certain value to sometimes just having stuff in your roster just to try and fake people out, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I could do this.
Yeah, I'm always going to play these 6, but these guys here, they're my cheerleaders.
I mean, it's essentially what Brewers are doing at the moment.
Ooh.
You know, you have the core Corker 6, 1 or 2 flex things like Stave,
The
Mash.
Corker.
Ooh, very good. That you then kind of... Oh, I've got Estes there. Will I drop Estes? Will I drop Tapper? But no, it's going to be the Corker 6.
Still waiting on results from Perkins, whether the French team are playing or not.
This will all be
Well, it's
edited.
all over.
This will all be edited in post anyway.
Yeah. This is all
Ronan's
for
like, sure.
This is all for you, listeners.
Oh Lord.
You won't see this on the official video.
Exactly.
We're getting Steve for an interview.
Oh, that's an idea.
I'll let you interview him.
Really?
Yeah.
Lord. I'm gonna
Look at that guy. He's so gorgeous.
Ask him if we can have Steve on. Come on, Steve. He says sure. Yes.
He's
Perfect.
coming. He's coming.
Whew.
We've got Steve.
So, like, are we gonna share? Like, me and Steve gonna share a headset?
No, he's getting mine.
What? You're leaving me by myself?
I said you're interviewing him.
Giblin,
You
come
can do
back!
it. No.
Come back!
No, Steve is on his way. I am leaving.
Giblin!
Goodbye.
Giblin!
Au revoir. Cheers.
Lord. God, I don't know what to say. Hello, Steve.
Hello there.
So I've been left by myself.
Okay, so you're now in charge.
I am in charge. So I'm in charge now. The first question that Giblin has is to do with the situation we had on the pitch of Mash and Crucible. There was a point where Timmy was asking if Crucible was in 4 inches of the pitch, most crucially, if the push was directly away from Mash. And where Mash was, he wasn't directly kind of behind Crucible. So you then just moved Mash.
Yeah.
And people in the chat have asked, could you have measured that 4 where she originally was? See if just the tip of the base would have gotten her off, because then she still would have been off of the pitch.
Probably could have done. It's it's real hard to do things like that when you're under like time pressure.
Of course.
So yeah, I could have done. I was just like, you know, focused on just trying to get her off because that was like the most important thing.
Of course, yeah.
And it's equally like, after the fact, I realised that kicking the ball over across the pitch was not the correct play. I should have
People
just
in the chat have mentioned that, yeah.
And yeah, that's just the pressure of time. Like
Exactly.
Yeah.
When we're sitting here, or when you're sitting at home, we
Yeah.
have that benefit of we can see the whole table. We don't
Yeah.
focus on to small details.
Yeah, and also like you're not as exhausted either. Like I'm really tired.
I know, right? I mean,
I just want to go lay down. So yeah, it was a real good game. Like I am both upset with myself and also very proud of myself because that's a 12-10 and that's the closest Timmy has come to losing this weekend, which is
nice.
pretty good.
Excellent.
I would have loved to have stopped his like never being defeated record at WTC, but that obviously didn't happen.
But this is still a fairly good result, I would say.
Yeah, so that's what I mean is like I'm kind of happy with how well I did, but kind of upset that I didn't see. In retrospect, was a very obvious play.
Well, hindsight's 20/20, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
why I was thinking if Minus wasn't able to get that goal, I was curious, given that there was a reasonably full stack on Hooper during that turn. How healthy was Vitriol looking? Can you remember?
She was on 6.
Oh, so she was easily within
Yeah.
Hooper range then. So it was literally that. Was that Hooper kill? Was that Hooper onto Vitriol kill in your mind there?
Yes, it was either that or I just wail into Vetcat because, like, most of my team is around there, so I can get plenty of crowds and just, go into him like when he is
He's
2-1,
I believe, yes.
And if I can say use a beer token on someone like Spigot, knock him down beforehand. That all of us, or make sure I have Whiskey Chaser and things like that. That's pretty much a dead Vet Cat. He evaporates real quickly. So I had two
Definitely.
kind of options because I would imagine one of Timmy's activations, if he realizes he can't score with Midas, is probably just move Vitriol away. It might even be actually a Midas activation where he pulls Vitriol and Cat away. But I still think like Vitriol perhaps gets away, but Cat is still, within like 6, I think, which is not as ideal, but is still fairly good odds, I think, if I can get the buffs out and things like that.
And like Midas just has like so much kind of board position control that isn't immediately obvious on the card. I mean, obviously there's Law of Gold to move his own stuff around, but that push dodge is really low down in his playbook.
Well, especially when you consider as well that it's and we've just had confirmation that there is going to be another round.
Oh, one more round. So we've got
who
a
won?
Germany.
Just won their second game.
Oh, Germany
just
v France.
Germany v France for the final game. So we'll be back soon. Thank you very much, Steve, for jumping on and filling some of that space.
No problem.
Giblin, I'm sure, won't be back. He's gone now, so it's me by myself, apparently. I'll see everyone later by myself, doing the whole thing by my lonesome.